Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Okay, I got everything shared out. Let me just make sure I update the Instagram and the YouTube. All right, had to turn off the other podcast. That music too loud.
Mm-mm.
All right, I'm about to stop it in a minute anyway. I just want to make sure I share it out to everybody.
Hey, BB.
All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Comments, comments. Booker, what's going on, bro? That's who BB is. That's your little name for each other. Okay. I
B-
didn't know who that was. I was while we was talking on the other podcast, I was getting ready.
mm.
So yeah, let me go on. I was paying attention to the time. Let's see. I always tell me that. We're gonna get started here shortly, y'all.
Hey, Barry.
Scrawberry, what's going on?
I think Booker want a beard now.
Mm, everybody's doing it, Booker. Okay, everything's public, which my page is public anyway. So yes, sir. Yes, sir. Better get you one. It's like Pokemon, man. Each sold separately.
Oh, him can't. It's okay, Booker.
Yes, you can. Put your foot down. No, I'm just playing. You gotta do what's happy with y'all.
Please get her.
Yes, we better get started here shortly, y'all. You talking about I can't.
I'm talking about a strawberry.
Yeah, I see strawberry too. All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all so much. This is the Woke and Wild podcast. My name is Sean. This is something I like to do, and this is my sheet. And I have Miss Quana with me. Hey, Miss Quana,
Hey,
how you doing?
good. How you doing?
I can't complain. Another day, another dollar, but we are here. So I appreciate everybody who's able to tune in, and those of you who ain't, appreciate y'all as well. So we're just gonna get into it for the day. I didn't even know I had these stickers. That's okay. Send the stickers. Send the stickers. Appreciate everybody tuning in from Instagram and as well from YouTube. Got my TikTok family in here as well. Appreciate y'all, Strawberry Booker. But hope everybody has had a good week. It's been a long week for me, but we here and it's almost over. So hope everybody get ready to start up their weekends and everything. If you got to work this weekend, more power to you. I feel you. I'll be on that same tight time sometimes, but it's going to get better. I wish Monday through Friday jobs on everybody that wants them. How about that? Because this is childish. But anyway, so tonight, last week, what did we talk about last week? Hold on.
I,
Last week, accountability. Yeah. And so y'all know me. Normally, for my podcast or whatever, I like to go into the direction of, like mainly relationships and, things that happen in my life or things that I see happen in the world around me. And we speak on things like that. But this week is a little bit special. I've had some situations come up or whatever. Crystal, what's going on, mama? I've had some situations come up and come to my attention or whatever over the past couple of weeks or whatever. You know me, I be in the background just watching, just chilling, observing, watching people energies and stuff or whatever. Because at this grown age, we need good energy around us, positive energy, and because anything else is uncivilized. And I don't want nobody around me that ain't for me, if that makes sense. You could pass by or whatever, but yeah, just as far as sticking around me, I don't need that. So, and I'm pretty sure y'all don't as well. So, this week, as y'all can see from the title, we are talking about bottom feeders, more specifically, bottom feeders and leeches, So I broke this down into like a few different parts or whatever. I actually did my research, just looking around and stuff, and then just going off the situations that I be in, because I feel like stuff that you go through probably is the best things you should talk about, because you have knowledge of said situations, you have knowledge of experiences, or whatever. So yeah, you definitely want to make sure you reach out. Ariel, what's going on, mama? You want to reach out and talk about those things. So, bottom feeders, leeches, those who are around you doing this stuff, and those that you come across or whatever, how you deal with them, how you spot that out, and what you do when you're caught up in those situations. So, yeah, Quana, as always, first, please introduce yourself and tell everybody what you got going on.
I am Quana. 39, boy mom, boss lady by day, student by night and weekend, and TikToker by night and weekend. That's about it.
That's more like TikTok or whatever you got time, but
Yeah, that's
it is what it is. But yeah, we here. But yeah, so again, bottom feeders. Just to start off, I'm pretty sure we've all been in a situation where we peep where the love ain't, real, where it ain't, two sided. It's a one way streak or whatever. And, we come across situations like that, some of us every day. And especially in like circles that you wouldn't expect it in. And then in circles where, you start off and everybody is down for, each other, and then it's all of a sudden you start peeping stuff, and you start peeping that you showing up for people that ain't showing up for you, or a person only around you when you at your highs, and when your lows come around they nowhere to be seen. Do you have like a situation like that, Quana?
oof. I could write a book about it. Um, yeah. Okay. Uh,
Your phone breaking up.
what about now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So, there have been several situations where, you feel like you're pouring into people, and it doesn't have to necessarily be financial, but just pouring into people even when you're not having a good day. But then when it's time, when you need somebody, like everybody's absent, or like things like that, or it could be monetarily too. Um, and then, of course, once you say no, once you put your foot down, then, oh, you're acting funny, or things like that. I've
Absolutely.
encountered that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Same here. When I'm up, I'm up, and when I'm not, I'm not. And it'd be the people that's around you when you up, and then it's be the people around you when you down, or when you're not being as giving as you normally are. And sometimes that's like for your season, or it's just because you got stuff going on too, because we're all human or whatever.
Hmm.
And if you got friends around you that only want to be around you when you up, then they are not your friends. They are bottom feeders. They are leeches. So that's one way to know that if that person around you is really for you or whatever. And that's not saying that when they're around you and you're down, they have to be giving. Sometimes just being there. Sometimes just listening. Again, I understand that everybody don't have it all the way there. Everybody's not all the way done up and they don't all have it together. Hell, I don't have it all together. I'm still
Yeah.
struggling to do it every day, but I try and I'm there. And I try for the most part to be there for people who are there for me. So, and I will be honest because a big part of what I like doing with this is being honest with myself. There have been times where I have been in a group of friends or even with a significant other, and I was going through, the storm so bad that I kind of just not hating or anything, but I just withdrew to myself. Like I felt like, okay, I gotta fall all the way back for a minute. I gotta get myself together. In situations that could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you handle it and how you handle those people. So, again, if you're going through a situation like that, I feel like the best way to do it is to be like, hey, look, I'm going through some things right now, y'all. I'm just trying to chill out for a little bit, but I'm here for y'all. Love y'all. I just gotta take care of some shit real quick. That's me. Nothing wrong with that. I get that. We all go through it. Sometimes I don't feel like being bothered, especially if I've been stressing out over work or other things that's going up. You have to take that time for yourself because your mental health is everything. It's like the older we get, the more I realize that our mental health and certain things like time, those are the most important things in our health. Our health, period, and our time are probably two of the most valuable things that we have in our lives. The money comes and go. I'm a hustler. I'm from up north. If I want it, I see it, I like it, I'm gonna buy it, and I'm gonna get it right back. That's the true definition of a hustler. If you can't spend it, lose it all, and get it back, you ain't no hustler. And I've always had that mentality. That mentality was forced on me from a young age, especially by how I grew up or whatever. So I feel like that's not the issue or whatever, because like I said, some of the best things people have ever done for me haven't been monetary, and let that resonate with a lot of people. If you look back at your life and think about situations, some of the best things people do for you aren't monetary.
Hmm.
It's by them just sticking up for you, showing up for you, being there for you, you know, helping you out with certain situations. So make sure that those are the people that you keep around you, because everybody else, if they can't be with you through your storm or even like, just like send you words of encouragement through your storm, then they are not for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Strawberry said, so true. Ariel said facts. I know that's right. Booker said true. So if y'all agree with that, please, yeah, speak your mind or whatever. If y'all have had situations where y'all been around some bottom feeders or leeches, please drop it in the comments or whatever. We say everything. We are unfiltered around here, so we like to talk our mind and speak our piece and talk our shit. So real quick, I'm gonna just go over like some of the notes I got or whatever. And I think like the signs that we already just spoke on this that we look for when we're trying to spot the bottom feeders and the leeches in our lives, they always asking for favors and they never show up for you. That's a big sign right there.
You better preach.
Always got their hand out, never showing up for you. that's big for me or whatever because I, especially the type of person I am, I'm a giving person. I like to help people. I like to be there for people, and that's been me all my life. Even when I was struggling and in my down season and in my worst, I've always been the type to be like, okay, let me go look out for said person because at the end of the day, I know my mentality and I know how I rock. I know I can get it back. I will go get it by any means necessary. And in my younger years, it was by hook or crook. But now these days or whatever, I'm more laid back. So I know that I'm always gonna get back on my feet because that's my mentality and that's my drive. Ariel said that's a major sign. Yes, it is. Strawberry said 100, and Crystal said they always take, but they never pour back into you. Crystal, you getting ahead of me because that's big. Crystal be on it, man. Shout out to Crystal
Mm.
because every week when I come up here and I be having my notes and stuff, it's like Crystal done got a sneak peek at my notes because she keep going forth with everything.
That's just relatable.
Yeah, it's related. And exactly. It's relatable. And 9 times out of 10, when people talk about it, it's always out of anger because they didn't got pushed to that point.
Mm.
And I feel like if we talk about it before we get pushed to said point, then we can handle it better because then when others see it, then they're like, damn, that person fucked up. They an asshole. They mean as hell or whatever. I ain't going over there fucking with them or whatever. I almost said her, but I'm not going over there fucking with them. I'm fucking with him. I'm not fucking with her. But people have breaking points too, or whatever. So you have to understand that. Toya said, "Oh, I'm allergic to them kind of folk." I know that's right. Got to keep them out my circle, keep them from around me. And Strawberry said, "Simple things." Crystal said, "I'd be clocking it." That's a big one too. Strawberry just showing effort. Hey, look,
I
effort.
didn't even take a lot. Just like you actually taking that initiative, just showing effort. Um, but I feel like, and you know the situation that I'm thinking about. Like sometimes people just don't like the way that others love you.
Right. I can't help it that Quada is a lovable person, or that I'm a lovable guy, or that I have more in common with X, Y, and Z than I do ABC. It could be just how we grew up. It could be something that I see in them. And there's no disrespect to you. But again, if I've never showed any animosity towards you, and if I always come through and I try to show out for you or whatever, and I see that you're not on that same type time, then I'm going to politely remove myself
Or
because, go ahead.
or they see that you're a giver, you have that giving personality, and let's just say they see that you are giving more to somebody else, they'll get upset about that. Like, what about me when they're not doing anything? They're not pouring in anything at all.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We've seen it firsthand.
Yes.
Yeah, because especially I feel like this social media grind too. It's survival of the fittest. And
Hmm.
again, you have to recognize the people that's for you when they're around you and stuff. Because there's some people out here, all they want to do is take, 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 take. They never give, or they're doing the bare minimum and they're expecting the maximum result from it. You see that a lot. Strawberry said, and you learn a lot in them tough times who are for you. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Man, y'all just going through my notes quick or whatever. I said they're around when you're winning, but ghost when you're struggling. Absolutely. Sometimes, when I be going through, and I always use myself as an example because I try to stay as neutral as possible, except when something is being pushed to me, then I address it. But sometimes when I'm going through, just somebody reaching out and being like, hey, hope everything's good with you. I'm here if you need to talk. Those be the moments that mean everything. It's not about monetary, but some people get caught up so in like the monetary and the physical that they don't realize that hey, this person been shooting for you the whole time, and your attitude and your way of thinking push that person away from you.
Hmm.
It happens all the time, and then when they look back at it, they're like, damn. And the first thing they do, they start to talking. Oh, well, they ain't shit because they wasn't here when I was going through this and da 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 blah blah blah. And I came through every day, but yeah, you came through the leech, not just because you were there. Be to be like a helping hand or to give a word of encouragement. Nobody wants that all the time. If I came around, everybody in the chat, listen, if I came around you every day, and every time I came around y'all, I gave y'all $100, you might at first be like, "Damn, you ain't got to do that, Sean." And I'd be like, "No, I take it because I like your vibe or whatever. I like being around you or whatever." Okay, cool. Eventually, you're gonna expect me. Not saying that you're expecting the money, but you're going to expect me to be okay. Here comes Sean. He got $100 for me. Human nature. It's your mindset. You're automatically gonna see because you'll recognize the pattern. So for a leech, on the days that I don't have it, the first thing I'm like, oh, Sean had funny. Or if I didn't have enough money for everybody that was around, say if there was more people that came up that day and I gave it to everybody except you. Oh, Sean being funny, Sean acting funny, or Sean doing this. And that couldn't even be the case or whatever. Maybe I just didn't have it that day. But then when you start doing all this and then you want to go back and start talking, oh, Sean ain't shit. He showing favoritism, blase, blase. You don't realize that when you do that, you miss out on your blessing.
I
K,
miss you.
we got K back in the chat. What's going on, Mama? Hope everything's good with you. So you miss out on your blessing by doing that or whatever. So I don't want those kind of people around me at all. Booker says something. He said recently I encountered some bottom feeders, and the only reason they wanted to keep me around is because I'm a giver. The only reason they wanted to keep me around because they wanted to use me. Absolutely, Booker.
Hmm.
Crystal said they start to expect it and not appreciate it. That's
Absolutely.
that's it right there.
Entitlement.
They feel like they're entitled. And at the end of the day, nobody owes you anything in this big grown age of ours.
Hmm.
Again, people that do stuff for you always appreciate it. Whether you want it, whether you need it, appreciate what people do for you because that means they see something in you or they care about you. Ariel said that's how you start that's why how you start is how they are going to be expect you to be all the time. Absolutely.
Say it, Kay.
Yeah, my bad autocorrect. Yeah, I get you, bro. Crystal said, period. K said, bottom of the barrel ass niggas. I know that's right. What's another one we got around? They're around you when you're winning, but ghost you when you're struggling. Absolutely. See that all the time. Conversation is always circle back to their problems and needs. That's a big one too, because a lot of times a lot of people don't realize that, but that's bottom feeder behavior as well.
Or say, for instance, you are in your winning season, and then they want to pour mouth. Or when somebody's in their winning season, like a simple acknowledgement, it's not required, but like a congrats or something like that. um they won't do that, but they'll still quick to tell you like every single problem that's going on, not even checking to see if you have the bandwidth to handle it that day. They're just really getting what they can get out of you.
Right. Crystal said they don't cheer for them. I think she's mean they don't cheer for you. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I am learning that in this season, honey.
She said that's
Now
cold behavior. Yeah. Said that's cold behavior. Junky ass folk. Yeah, definitely.
I love Kay.
Yeah. Because K is ignorant. I like that. We like ignorant around here. But I feel like one of the biggest things that you get from bottom feeders is when you're around them and you just after you leave from around them, you feel emotionally drained. It's like, damn, my energy gone, I'm depleted, my brain is in a frizzy, feel like my blood pressure is raised. Every time this person come around, because you know they're gonna be bringing some drama, they got a problem, or they always gonna be unappreciative of the things you do. They're not gonna be on the type of time where everybody else is on.
Yeah, you got to recharge your social battery after dealing
Yeah.
with them, and that's annoying.
It, and Ariel said it. You don't even have the bandwidth to be dealing with this kind of situation, especially not every day. And I got broad shoulders. I can handle. I handle the load or whatever. But shit, sometimes, hey, I want to breathe, man. Shit, I want to take a drink. I want to chill. I don't want to be around you, sit here feeling depressed all the time, especially about situations that you can help. Let me say that again. A lot of times these bottle feeders be going through situations and they can actually help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But they'd rather have somebody do it for them or have people feel bad for them instead of going out there and trying to do it themselves. And I know everybody don't have that hustler mentality. I get it because if everybody did it, then it it wouldn't be a thing. But that hustler mentality or whatever has got me through a lot of stuff. And people deal with things in certain situations in different ways. And it's not saying one way is better than the other, but that's just how I've always been as far as my walk and my journey. So you got to find your way to get through these things without trying to feel like you're a burden to people and stuff. And some people don't recognize that.
Hello, Ariel.
Say, yeah, lazy asses. Yes, indeed.
What about when you call them out on their behavior?
Yeah. Af- Leave the low vibrational people in the trash like Oscar the Grouch. That part.
Mm.
Hey, Crystal said they're vampires. They suck the life out of you. Yes. I shouldn't have to worry about taking my blood pressure medicine every time I talk to somebody or every time I'm around you. Or if I pop, or if you pop up in my For You page, or if you pop up in my mentions or anything, automatically my hands start shaking. I get sweaty and my blood pressure get high. Yeah, ain't no way. And Ariel said, "Oh my God, you wrong if you call them out. Yeah, if you call them out, you being messy and stuff or whatever." And I feel like
Start crying too.
they start crying, they start having panic attacks, breakdowns, and all this good stuff. But bummy, dusty, and crummy. Mm, they be dry and sour acting when you celebrate your wins. Yes, indeed. Yeah, their eczema flare up when you start winning. That's another one. Yeah, you can tell. If they always scratching when you talking about your accomplishments, keep them from around you. I'm just playing.
Booker crazy.
Booker said, "Okay, Quana." Yeah, so that one, that for me, especially each one of these are important, but for me, that emotionally drained and mentally drained, that's the big one for me because I don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need my energy to be high. It's already low, but I need it to be at least where I can maintain through life or whatever without having to worry about these people coming around draining what little or depleting what little reserves that I have. So their energy fuck your energy up. Yes, indeed. Misery loves company. Absolutely. Ariel said, crying don't move me. I don't give a fuck. Cry me a river. That's that Brooklyn in you, girl.
Kay is crazy.
Sean got three pair. Sean, they got three pair of draws. That's why they playing victim. Oh yeah, we know somebody like that. True story. So moving on just a little bit. Sometimes sometimes it's not even the case because by the time you get to this point, you're already mad. You didn't already snap back or whatever. You didn't already retaliated as far as saying something to them, calling them out, putting them in their place. But for me, especially like the older I get, I just want to sit back and just wonder because like some of the things you hear and see are diabolical, and it just puts you in the mindset you want to be like, well, then why are you like this? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? And looking into it, I was like, yeah, some of them are insecure and they just need to attach themselves to people that's doing better. And they feel like things is going wrong with their life and they feel like they can't do better. Well, maybe if I get around this person or whatever, then I'll come up a little bit. And they always say you should always hang around people doing better than you. But there's a difference between hanging around people doing better than you and you learning from them and you getting information from them to make yourself better than to leech off of them. That's the wrong way to do it because God forbid if something happened to those people, then you right back where you started from if you haven't learned anything from them. Strawberry said they mess up their blessings by hating. Absolutely. Crystal said, yep. Crystal said, keep crying. And Ariel said they got holes in them too. Yeah, those drawers always have holes in them because they wash them sometimes too much. And Strawberry said, laugh out loud. And Kay said, and it's sad you got to do people like that, but they bring it on themselves. Absolutely. They be mad when you call them out, like, how you going to be mad at me?
Not the skitties.
Moving on. We got to take accountability too by allowing it, though. Hey, you know what? I'm getting there, Ariel. You're right. We have to take accountability by allowing it. I agree with you 100%. But a lot of times these people do it because they're insecure and they attach themselves to people that are doing better. And I've noticed a lot too. And this is just recently that we've seen this or whatever. But some people are opportunists. And when they see your grind and they see the work that you put in their mind, okay, I can get a shortcut to where they're at by leeching off of them, by, hanging on to their coattails or whatever and see where it's going to get me. True story. I see people do it all the time. And especially this week, this past week or whatever, which prompted this podcast because I had something else totally different lined up or whatever. But I'm anybody that know I'm absolutely ignorant, and I have no problem with calling people out, especially Monday. But Monday, if y'all around, please join into the podcast on TikTok. Same time, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're gonna have the whole crew up there. The panel is gonna be a good one, so make sure y'all tune in. K said, yes, absolutely, Sean. Had this happen to me. And Ariel said, yes, they want the easy way out. Yeah, but people sometimes they want to take the shortcut, not knowing that by taking the shortcut, they don't get the results that they're looking for, or they don't appreciate it as much as those that went through the whole process. And I'm all for giving people the sauce or giving people the blueprint on how I do things if it's something that they want to do. But again, taking a shortcut by trying to just ride on me and then leech onto me and seeing if you how far you gonna get. One, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. Two, that's gonna piss me off. And three, then you gonna feel like I just said something wrong to you when I actually call you out on it.
Yes, Kay. No ambition, no hustle, no drive, no creative juice. And then if you're doing good, they try to make you feel bad for you doing good.
Right. Booker said, biting the hand that feeds you, trying to steal other people's shine. Yeah. Listen, I'm from the era where if your brother doing good, then that means you winning too or whatever, because that's a reflection of you. Company you keep or whatever, when they around you and they shining, hey, more power to them because that make you look good. Not only
Hmm.
do that make you look good or whatever, that motivate you to get on that level. So anything else other than that, I can't have it around me, especially not in this age. I got everything to lose and very little to gain. So and
Or you
everything,
brag.
yeah, everything I got, I work hard for. Yeah, and they make it seem like you're bragging or whatever, but nah. The thing is, when you've been down for so long, or even if you have like a milestone achievement in your life or whatever, you should celebrate that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that or whatever. And
Mm-mm.
then sometimes your story will motivate others. But
Hmm.
it's always the bottom feeder or envious person that sees it as you bragging or whatever. Because there's a difference between boasting and bragging or whatever, as opposed to celebrating an accomplishment.
Right.
So if you feel like that person is boasting and bragging, which I've been in situations like that for too, when people try to throw money up in your face or whatever, I politely excuse myself and move on because that's not the type of person I want to be around.
Right.
But just because of, but if you were there to leech off of this person when they was doing good and they start telling you about their accomplishments and you feeling some kind of way, then yeah, you might be a hater. You might need to check and see what it is about that situation to make you hate like that.
Hmm.
What else do we got? What else do we got? And some
Yeah.
people
Crystal.
I've learned this too or whatever because and this is no shade to nobody or if you know anybody like this, excuse me in advance because this is some real stuff. Some people are mentally delayed and they simply don't know how to pour into others. They're stuck on me because of the situation and environments that they grew up in and then it's people what people have done to them, especially a person who doesn't have the mental capacity to see when people are actually for them and they're not for them. So we seen it this week. Crystal, Strawberry, Booker, you've seen it. A person could not even have that mentality or mean it in the way that they're doing it, but they let other people use them and make them look crazy by not speaking on the stuff in the first place, or by still hanging around these people and being in the conversation with them when they're going through and talking about you or the accomplishments that you have with other people. Why do that? Especially when you know that the people over here are the ones that actually look out for you and actually care about you. And those people, if you look back at it, because I'm pretty sure that person has not looked at it. If you look back and you could take a look, let's say, for example, TikTok. If you see people, and to anybody that's not familiar, TikTok has a gifting system where people can actually give you gifts and stuff when you go live, just to show support to you and your page. If you could look back at the people that you're around most of the time in your communities that you're in and see who has given what and who has not given what, it will be an eye opener. If there was a spreadsheet that you could pull up and show everything over the period of time from when you've been up there, and you've seen who has given you certain things and who has not given certain things, or who has supported you every day that you went live, or who has not supported you, and who has actually commented, pushed your algorithm, or tried to push you out to the masses, that would be an eye opener to certain people. And please remind me to say that again Monday,
Sure will.
because I want that to be known. Yeah, please take that note for me, y'all, because a lot of people don't recognize that. They might see that one time thing and be like, "Oh my God, this person, they don't never show me love like that." But then if you look back over time or whatever, you see, well, damn, well, even when Quana was around, she was doing this, that, and the third. Or even when Strawberry was around, I mean, she might have cussed me out, but she still did this, that, and then the third. Or even when Booker was around, he might have been quiet, but he still did this, that, and the third. People don't recognize that when you got people in your corner really pushing for you or whatever, you don't count favors, you don't add up what they got going on or whatever. You just appreciate what they did for you and do your best to do for them. Simple. If you got mad every time you see somebody who you thought was your close friend or whatever do something for somebody else that they didn't do for you, you will be a mad individual. You'll probably be mad every day for the rest of your life. Why count other people's pockets? Why count other people's blessings? Why count what everybody else got going on? The object of the game is to push yourself to that place where people feel like they can do it for you in the said given moments. What Booker makes doesn't make me any money. What Quanta makes doesn't make me any money. What Ariel makes doesn't make me any money. What Crystal makes doesn't make me any money. What K makes doesn't make me any money. But when I go out there and go to work, that's what makes Sean money. When I go out here and I do a computer, fix a computer, that's what makes me money. When I unlock a phone, that's what makes me money. Those are my hustles. Those are the things that I do. When I get on certain social media platforms or whatever and push the algorithm, that's what makes me money.
Right.
So yeah, Strawberry, absolutely right. Some people are puppets and don't even know it. They got the strings attached to them, don't even know that they're being used or whatever.
It's
And
sad.
it's sad. It's sad. Yeah, we about to say that at the same time. Yeah, it's sad, but I mean, and you can hate it for them, but at the end of the day, you can't tell grown people nothing because they either gonna pick up on it and they're gonna take the advice and put it in their pocket, or they're gonna leave it on the ground. So they do it. So they're opportunists. They're looking for shortcuts. They're insecure and attach themselves to people doing better, and they simply don't know how to pour into others. They're stuck on the me mode instead of stuck on the well, thank you anyway. So how do we combat this? Because there's times we all know that hey, look, we pointing them out. We see who these people are, and we
Right.
also looking at why they do it. Whatever. But when you come across people like that, as soon as you recognize people like that, you have to do what?
All that.
Fall back, because falling back probably the easiest way to protect your peace and then rid yourself of the whole problem. And I'll be honest, I have got to get out of the mentality because sometimes some people, certain people that I see or whatever, I still try to see the light in them. And some people, especially like when they had that. Like, I don't know what's going on. What we talking about? Ain't no music playing in your background. You ain't. What the hell? See, that's how our phones be listening to it. Because I've been got off TikTok or whatever. And now this stuff just picked up. I don't know who that is. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, but yeah, falling back is probably the easiest bet of actually like getting rid of these people in your circle and your algorithm. And yeah, we have to cut some people off. But I like I said, I that threw me all the way off. I'm sorry, but I have had the problem in the past or whatever. Some people, even though I want to fall back from them, I see good in them and I see the light in them or whatever. And so I fall back, but I fall back with limitations, or I limit their access to me or my time that I spend with them because, again, especially most of those puppets, those people that are being used or whatever, those are the people that I fall back from, but I try to limit myself from being around them because I know they're being used or whatever. But the biggest thing with them is you have to learn how to set those boundaries with them. So like, okay, I can deal with you when it comes to certain stuff or whatever, but when you start being on that other time, yeah, I'm out. Or set that no, no, I'm not doing that. Or no, I'm not going there. And no, we're not talking about that. So you have to set boundaries with those people because if you don't, then they'll try to drag you right back into that same toxic behavior and that same condition that you're trying to get away from. What's another one?
Or
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
So this is a big one, and I'm talking to somebody in particular. And I do that because if I didn't feel this way, I wouldn't do it because I didn't care. But if I really rock with you, I will always do whatever I can in my power to make sure that I'm telling you things that are good for you. Don't blow up at these people because when you blow up, then you make yourself like the bad guy. You have to calmly and clearly be like, yeah, I see the stuff you're doing, and I don't need that around me, so you're dismissed. And I know it's easier said than done because some people deserve to be blown up on or whatever. But sometimes taking the high road is so much better because now they can't say that you're a bad person. They can't push out there. We're not giving them anything to talk about. Block them if you have to. Cool. I block people all the time, whatever. Actually, I don't because I like to smoke. But if you have to block them, I understand. But just pushing people away isn't enough because then when you blow up and you get mad, damn, they over there cussing and doing all this other stuff. I knew there was such and such, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes you gotta kill them with kindness. Kay, I'm not doing this with you no more. I'll see you later. Ariel, I can't fuck with you on that level. I don't need that kind of shit around me. So if you're gonna do that, politely go over there. Quanta, if you're doing this stuff or whatever, fuck away from me.
Yeah, they want a reaction so that they
Yeah,
contact
they
content
want,
because other than that, they don't have no damn content.
and that's exactly what Crystal just said. They want you to react because when you react, now they got something to push their nose at, push their head at, and you're giving them more ammunition to do whatever it is they doing over there. So, because again, you're on their mind and you cause them to lose sleep. So when that be the situation or whatever, I don't even like to feed those type of dragons. That's not my ministry. Amen, brother Booker. So yeah, I can't even like blow up at people like that anymore. Again, because a lot of times we're blowing up with people that we've never met in person, never met them a day in my life. I don't argue with mentally ill people. It's pointless at all.
We have
If
no
I,
proof of that.
yeah, if I know you're delayed, I'm not arguing with you. Get the fuck away, get the fuck away from me. I'm not arguing with you.
No, but that one yesterday had a comment though. I ain't even go for it.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I can't even. Yeah, but
I get it. I get it.
outside of that,
And
yeah.
it's so easy or whatever. But I'm good. I'm with a good blowing up, but blow up for the right reasons. Pick and choose your battles because again, by you blowing up for the wrong things or whatever, you're giving them more ammunition to talk about stuff or whatever. But yeah, I cannot do it. J. Dot 1982. What's going on? But yeah, I don't argue with mentally ill people. I don't argue with delayed people. I Let me ask y'all a question. If a homeless man that was standing outside your car while you stopped at a stoplight start arguing with you about money, what's going to be your response? Are you going to argue back with them? I'm not arguing with nobody that's sitting out there asking me for handouts. I'm going to politely roll my window up, turn my music up, and hit the gas when the light turns green. I don't argue. And Kay will tell you, I don't argue. Yeah, we don't argue with bums, homeless people, delayed people, mentally ill people. If we have to be around those people, we're not arguing with y'all or whatever. I'll do anything in my power to help you and to push you forward. But when it comes to arguing, I'm not doing that. There's no need because you're that's a losing battle. Because now they're getting a rise out of you, and now you look crazy for out there arguing with them. Especially for like people that you only know from like social media. If you've never met this person before, they're not in your said circle. You don't talk to them every day. Never really seen them in camera or whatever. Yeah, I'm not arguing with nobody like that. That's pointless. Booker said, not at all. And J Dot said, drive off. I know that's right. So, what else did we cover that? Yeah. If they can't respect your expectations and your boundaries, cut them off. That's a big one, too. Yeah. Everybody does not deserve access to you, especially when they on that type time.
Mm-hmm.
I got other things I'd rather spend my money on. You know, I don't have a lot of money left over after I pay bills and take care of responsibilities. But the money that I do have left over after that, I tend to spend on everything that's for me and positive, like good liquor, yeah, good liquor, electronics, show love to people that actually care about me. I'm not spending money or doing spending time with bottom feeders or leeches because there's no way. Might might take a second or two or whatever to just to address them, but not spending too much time on situations like that. The Strawberry said they really love you for real. Yeah, absolutely.
Got it.
Yeah,
Strawberry is crazy.
we know you don't discriminate, but it's something I always say, and I say it every week. Still sharp and still. So yeah, we're gonna try to make this a better situation for everybody. Yeah, we'll want you to rise above that. We don't want you out here arguing with homeless people and stuff. So let's
Gonna
see
get
what
that
else we
meat
need.
now. That's probably why they were crying.
You said what?
They're not gonna get that meat. Strawberry no.
Anyway, yeah, I didn't catch that one. So
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Booker, they don't want from cereal bowls to meat.
No, it's like actual meat. You know, Strawberry don't eat beef or pork, and she was gonna give a donation.
Okay, that's right. Strawberry don't eat beef or pork. Booker laughing. Yeah. So now we are at a favorite of Quanta's, the favorite part of the whole
Oh,
podcast.
it's your favorite.
No, it's yours. You told me. You don't
Nope.
even remember.
Stop
That,
lying.
that night you was drinking, you told me. You don't remember, do you?
No.
Okay. So, it's Quanta's favorite part of the podcast, the wild style segment. If you start cheesing harder or whatever every time I say that, she says it's not her favorite part. They notice.
No, they don't.
Strawberry said, laugh out loud, laugh out loud. They notice. But back to the wild start. I can't wait till after hours. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, brother. But for the wild style segment. I'm gonna ask a question, and anybody has had a scenario with a bottom feeder, please type it in the comments. That's what we're gonna do for this wild style segment, and I'm also gonna give a scenario. We got friends that always come around when you're celebrating new car, promotion, birthday party, whatever. But every time you hit them up just to hang, you need to help with something or need help with something small. They're nowhere to be found. So recently, you threw a kickback and they showed up empty-handed, but left with two plates and a bottle. The question is, do you check them directly, cut them off silently, or keep them around at a distance just for the good times?
Um, check them silently and distance.
Yeah, because first of all, you're not leaving my house with no bottle if you didn't bring one. That's law. I have certain laws when it comes to liquor, and that's one of them. Yeah, we're not doing that. Yeah, don't open my shit and don't drink the last of it. Those are my rules. We're not doing that. Yeah, if I got a bottle in my house, you're more than welcome to have some, but don't open it without asking, and don't finish it without asking, especially if it's the last drink in there. Strawberry says salmon and rice, please. I guess that was for you. I don't know what that means, but I like salmon and rice. Booker, you got questions? What are they? Oh, it might be for the after hours. Yeah, but salmon and rice. But yeah, I can't have leeches around me, and y'all know I throw kickbacks or whatever. Kickbacks be legendary. Something of a vibe. But again, I had to stop and slow down because a lot of leeches out here or whatever. And they want to come in and they want to eat up all the food and take non-to-go plates, and then they don't never bring nothing. Like, oh yeah, I got a bottle for you, bro. It's in the car. And when they go to the car, they never come back.
Mm,
True story.
I believe it.
Yeah, after they fix their plates, it happens. But yeah, I feel like the leaching part or whatever of them, it's like, yeah, I know if I go over there, then I'll be able to get this. However, I still want to act like that I'm there for them so they don't cut me off. I've seen it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's only 9 o'clock. I'm doing good. I feel like this podcast though, is better fitted for our TikTok family. So if you are listening and you do not follow me on TikTok, please, please, please make sure y'all follow me on TikTok. It's at the Woke and Wild Podcast on TikTok, the Woke and Wild Podcast. Because Monday we're going to do an encore presentation of this, and it's going to be a crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a crazy one. This way, I'll have a panel. I'll have people be able to come up and talk their shit and do whatever it is that they need to be. It is 21 and up. Strawberry said, "Let me stay with you." Oh man.
Booker time it's about to go down.
Oh yeah. So Monday we're going to do the encore presentation of this, and this is going to be the wild and woke because we're going to let people come up and speak their mind, and we're going to have a pretty much a roundtable discussion or whatever. Anybody that wants to come in, they can speak their mind. As long as they positive and they don't have any of that extra shit going on, more than welcome to have you come to the table. But yeah, we definitely gonna discuss it. Um, I feel yeah, we're gonna start at the same time, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and yeah, we're just gonna be up there. I know the crew will be there, so yeah, definitely want to make sure y'all check in and follow us on that one. Again, I like to mention this every time I have a podcast. We have a few episodes coming up that we're going to look forward to. Uh, and I'm not going to do this on Facebook, I don't think. I think I'm going to do this one on TikTok. So
Oh Lord.
when I do when I do it that week for TikTok, I will have to pull up a different one for Facebook. But we got the kink culture episode. I am trying to get my homegirl to come up here and have her join the panel, and we're going to definitely discuss it because she is a. I'm not going to say a sex expert, but she sells sex toys and she do a lot of different things for the kink culture or whatever. But definitely gonna try to get her to join up here so we can talk about some things. She also has her own business where she does toys and all that good stuff for women and men. So I'm gonna leave that one straight for TikTok. So make sure y'all subscribe to my TikTok if you can. We're also going to do the Shoot Your Shot, Take a Shot podcast. It's going to be like, single people up here talking about today's dating scene and culture, and just like a mixer, a little mixer mingle type deal. I'm gonna have to do probably both of these on days that I'm off, so I'll make sure that I'll have all that stuff set up, and that's gonna be a good time. That's probably gonna last a while too, so I'm definitely gonna do those strictly on TikTok. So make sure y'all grab y'all drinks and everything because it's gonna be a good one. I'm thinking, should I do it on the weekend or should I do it like on the Mondays that I said I was gonna go live, or should I just do like special events like for a weekend or something? I'm off.
I think it may be a weekend.
I think a weekend would be better. I feel like I could have more people join in and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those are gonna be special episodes. But also, I got a few more that I thought about. But I thought about just doing some series and everything. I don't know. What do you think, Quana?
About.
I mean, just different series. Like instead of like having to come up with a topic every week, do like a 3-part series for one, and then like
I think that's actually a good idea.
hmm, I have to look into it. What y'all want to talk about, man? Y'all let me know if there's something that y'all want to discuss or anything. Y'all have any ideas for our episode? Definitely let me know because I'm always open ears. And y'all know we say all the time, "Steel sharper steel."
Iron sharp.
Iron, yeah, iron sharper. I got you. Iron sharper iron. So yeah, definitely want to make sure we make that happen. But those are just a few of the things that I have coming up here shortly. Quada, what you got coming up?
Stay tuned.
Uh huh. Let's stay tuned. About to get old.
I know. I got to get this, you know, these two events out the way, and then
Got you. Do you have anything? Do you have anything set up for TikTok that's coming up?
yes, um, we are going to do a graduation slash birthday party for myself and Crystal. As of right now, the date is September 21st. We haven't come up with a time yet, but once we do, I'll create a flyer and put it out so we can.
Okay, yeah, definitely make sure you send it to me. I'll share it here as well as on my TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram page. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good one. Congratulations again on your graduation.
Thank you.
And Crystal, happy birthday upcoming.
You turning 21 again.
I know that's right. Turn up one time in these TikTok and social media streets. I got about 2 minutes left, y'all, that I have to stay on for. Booker sent the birthday cakes. You're welcome, Crystal. I appreciate y'all. Quaily Quail, Quail
Look,
with the mail,
hey Quill,
Quail Bell.
you had me laughing at your post the other day, girl.
I was just talking about you, Quail. I'm glad you're
Booker
here.
excited about that kink culture one.
Oh yeah, I know he is.
Saw when he put yes down there in the chat.
Yeah. Make sure you bring your jackfruit and all the other good stuff. It's gonna be a crazy one. But Quail, I'm so glad you popped in. Y'all, this is Quail. Quail is another person who has a podcast that she does. She is part of the money team. It's her, Kay, Kayla, and myself. And we do podcasts and we go live. And Quail has a couple of events coming up too. Shout out to Quail. She got some events coming up in Texas I know she got like a couple parties coming up next month. So proud of her. She's grinding and she out here in these podcast streets as well as for her business. But Quail, I have that episode that I have coming up, Kink Culture. So I'm gonna need you, and maybe we can get together, collaborate a date, so we can get that going. So definitely, I want you to come in on the panel, sort of like that one episode I did up here, and you could come up here, show your merchandise, and possibly get some sales or whatever. So yeah, definitely let me know what you got going on coming up. Probably, I know October's a busy month for you, so just let me know. What else we got? But yeah, Quana, as always, I want to thank you. I appreciate your help as always. Quana should be looking out for me. I love her for that because we be out here moving.
What?
You hear what I said?
Uh-uh.
Damn.
What'd you
Okay,
say?
I'll tell you later. But what else was I about to say? Girl, you done threw me off.
How I throw you off?
Don't worry about it. I got you.
Hey, Kayla.
Kayla, what's going on, mama? But yeah, Quail, if you still here, send me a message up here. Again, I want to do a collab with our two events, our two podcasts or whatever. So we can get this episode out. I tell you what I got in mind or whatever. I'll post when I'm going live. I've been so busy. Okay, I'm down. Just holler at me. My schedule changes back Monday to early shift. I got
New
new inventory.
inventory.
Oh yeah, book. You listening? She got that new
Oh,
inventory,
Booker in
dog.
Texas too. He might can do a
Yeah,
pickup.
yeah. Booker in Texas, so he can come by and pick it up. You ain't even got to ship it off, girl. I got a couple other people down there too. Razor.
Hmm.
Uh,
Jared.
yeah, Jared. Jared's in Texas. Yeah, yeah. But we're gonna do this collab with Quail. So what? And the Woken Wild podcast. I really want to do that. Absolutely, absolutely. Kay, if you're still listening to, we got to get something together too. Just let me know. I'm glad you're feeling better though.
Of course. Look at Jared talking about, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yep. Yep. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. Quail got them toys for your ass. She said, "I do shit, Daddy." Ah, she got y'all. Yes, sir. That's gonna be a good one. So yeah, I want everybody to tune into that one. So we're going once we get a date and stuff put together, we're gonna push that, push that, push that, and yeah, we're definitely gonna be a good one. But we're gonna have to do it on TikTok. I don't want to do it up here because yeah, we might get our Facebook shut down. So we're gonna push that out for TikTok. We might post snippets of it on Facebook, but yeah, for the full conversation and stuff, we're gonna do it on TikTok. Quality, so what? Don't get him in trouble. Laugh my ass off. Just kidding, just kidding. Kayla thinks she know me. Quanta, congratulations, sugar, on graduating.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you tuning in too, J Dot man. I appreciate you, bro. All right, y'all. This is it for this week or whatever. I appreciate y'all tuning in. You what? Anyway, I appreciate y'all tuning in. And next week, I'm gonna put the flyer out probably Monday. No, I'm not gonna put it out Monday. I'm gonna put it
Thank
out.
you.
I'm gonna put it out Tuesday. So I'm gonna put the flyer out Tuesday for the episode for next week, whatever. I hope everybody has a good night, good weekend, and I'm tuning in for Monday. So make sure y'all tune in. If you do not already follow me on TikTok, please go over there follow the TikTok page. It's Woken Wild Podcast. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Hope everybody have a good night and good weekend. Right. Peace.